Welcome to the Creative Plan Podcast Network. Join us as we share our favorite RPGs, one-shot games, tabletop games, reviews of items, and convention panels, and other exciting things that we run into from time to time. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion to Ragnarok story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and rpgpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
So, welcome on the door. Have a seat, please. You're going to be bored. So this talk, this panel, sort of advertised as a summary of my sort of space adventures. And I was originally going to do like a bit of a thing about me punching space unicorns in the face and the time I married the Queen of Neptune by accident. But I thought I would instead do it about something a bit more useful, and that's the last thing you come to me for, is actually like useful advice. But I got a little piece I wanted to sort of talk about the joy of art and creativity, and how to find joy in a really fragmented and sometimes difficult world. Do we have any arty people of any shape or form in the house? Put your hands up and do any kind of art. Okay, we've got a good selection. If you don't worry, I've got that covered too. It's going to be nice. Basically, just to summarise, there's going to be two themes running at the same time. The first theme is how to find joy and contentment through creativity. The second theme is whether it's possible to do an hour-long panel that you wrote exactly 1 hour before that panel began. So strap in, let's see if we can make this whole thing happen. First thing I want to say when it comes to doing kind of creative stuff, you can achieve your dreams. Totally achieve your dreams. If you do any kind of art or creative thing, you can achieve your dreams. Particularly if you are willing to adjust your dreams in line with reality. You can totally do it. When I first started as a professor, one of the first gigs I ever did in America, I was still working as a teacher. Someone said, I'll sit down and have a breakfast with this American guy I didn't know, and he said, how's it going? I said, it's good. I might start doing this for a living. Might start being a rapper for a living. And because he was American, he was like, yeah! You can do it, you can live, you can achieve your dreams. I didn't really know this guy. I was like, wow, that's amazing. That's great. Oh, I love Americans, so enthusiastic. And then I got back home and I told my friends, like, I'm thinking I might start being a professor for a living. And every single one of them was like, oh, you're already in your mid-30s. You're doing that, guys. You can achieve your dream, particularly if you don't want to get too crazy with it. Like, there's a lot of sort of pseudo-mystical hippie guff about that you can get anything from the universe that the universe will provide. I hate that idea. I hate it so much. Like, I don't know if anyone knows, there's a book called The Secret that came out a while ago. And it was all about the universe. It's like, if you just wish upon the universe, it will provide you with everything you want. Like you deserve everything. Like the universe cares about you as well. It cares about you. Like you can have anything you want, but you can't have everything you want. No one gets everything. Like, for example, I was thinking this morning, like, you can have anything you want. Like, if you wanted a Ferrari more than anything, even if you were really poor, you can totally have a Ferrari. Just sell like your house and the kids on eBay and a Ferrari. And you'll be living in a car, and the police might be called, but you can have that thing. That's fine. So, while you don't deserve everything, I do think particularly we all deserve something. We all deserve some kind of joy, some kind of contentment in our lives. And particularly, one of the best ways to do that is through art. Just put your hands up again if we've got artists in the house. Let's see. Good scattering. What kind of stuff do you do, madam?
I do book covers.
Oh, beautiful. That's really nice. Book covers and You, sir, the Cyclops?
I teach drama to middle schoolers.
Oh, wow. God bless you, sir.
I want to clear something up, Professor. It's the one where they act, not the drama they have in hall.
That's lovely. Teach career stuff. You, sir?
Miniature painting.
Oh, that's nice.
Warhammer and all of that.
Okay, so yeah, not kind of painting like tiny portraits. Really small.
Someday. I've seen some cool stuff, so.
That's it. That's one. Quilting, it's lovely. Like, what a beautiful range of things that is. If you're not someone who's seeing anything, well, I don't do any of that stuff. I think we're all creative people one way or another. Like, if you're a parent, you're automatically very creative, just in terms of the lies that you have to constantly tell to your children. Like, you can't eat this chocolate because it's full of spices and broken glass. Oh, that's a lovely picture of a horse or mummy. Or like that. Now, we don't go in the loft, do we? Because that's where Daddy grows his special tomatoes. That's why we don't tell our friends about Daddy's special tomatoes either, do we? We all have some kind of creative streak inside of the thing. I think that's very true. And no matter what your motivation for doing creative stuff is, it's totally worthwhile. Like, no matter what you get out of it. I think there's a real thing at the moment that you are supposed to be doing it for something. Like, if you paint a picture, it's supposed to be shown on your Instagram. Or if you're making some kind of art, like it's a competitive sport, which I really hate. I think all those sort of panel shows, like that steampunk one from a while ago, like, who's the best steampunk? Who cares? We're all a bit of a mess, really. Like, everyone gets different things out of art, and no matter what it is that you're into it for, it's worthwhile. I think just the process of doing it is success in itself. Like, if success was such a wonderful thing, like the traditional model of success of being rich and famous, why does Kanye West look like such a miserable bastard? I always feel like saying, why are you so cross, mate? You've done it, it's fine. You're okay, relax. Now, there's obviously like challenges to making art, and I think this applies to life generally. That probably applies to a lot of your work as well. Like, if you're grown up in any way, you have those moments. We talked about it briefly yesterday when I did a panel. Imposter syndrome. Just the little bad monkeys that live in your mind saying, you're rubbish at this, you should not be doing it. Whatever it is, you are terrible. You'll never be as good as all of the other people doing the thing. And that can be quite a hard thing to get over. That can be harder than external pressures worrying about what you're supposed to do. But yeah, I was thinking, after we chatted about it yesterday, I was thinking one good way to get over the imposter syndrome, regardless of what part of your life it's got into, is to make a bit of a deal with the tiny monkeys that live in your mind and just say, look, I know we might be rubbish at this might be a terrible thing that we're doing, but let's just hang on. We'll just finish it, and then I'll agree to chat with you, and we'll decide if it's awful. And that sounds a little bit schizophrenic. But often when you finish the thing, when you've done the thing, you've finished the day's work, and you've done the challenge, or whatever it might be, and you look at it, you're a bit more objective, and you can see whether it's good or not. And if you're still not sure, you can ask, like a close friend, is this shit? And more often than not, if they're a really close friend, they'll tell you whether it's good or not. If it's really rubbish, and they've told you, it probably doesn't end we're supposed to go. Worth bearing in mind, it's not all gold though, is it? There's also the thing of dealing with sort of criticism of your art. Like, as a middle school teacher, I imagine a lot more criticism than it is art. Must be, you have to be quite thick-skinned, don't you? Like teaching, it can be quite tricky. I read a thing recently where it said that it takes 9 compliments to cancel out 1 insult. And I think that's really true. That shows how delicate the whole thing is. If you're making something, you get 9 people on the internet say it's really great, and one person says, my child can do better than that. You feel awful, like, oh God, this is terrible. Like, if at the end of this panel, 9 of you come up and say, oh, that was ever so good, I enjoyed that, and 1 of you comes up and says, well, I think you should have done one of our 100 spatial drawings, I'll be weeping underneath that. It doesn't take much. We're quite delicate creatures. You have to kind of like toughen up, I think, to a certain extent. There is, for anybody who does their art, is there anybody here who does it for fun, but would quite like to do it for a living? Is anyone in that kind of category? Yeah, it's a really tough transition to make, isn't it? The idea that one day you could kind of make money out of your thing. That's a whole other lengthy talk about different ways that you can get around the system to try and make money out of stuff. But I do think there is, when you're in a day job, like the feeling sometimes, the sort of otherness of like, oh, those creative people I admire, like, they do it for a living, and how do they do it? They're like they've got sort of magic powers. And as someone who's hung out with a lot of creative people who do it for a living, a lot of them quite successful, the only magical power that creative people generally have is the magical power to be completely unemployable in any other job.
More specialization.
It's normally when you have reached the end of your tether. Like, I've been fired from every conceivable job, from toy tester to zookeeper to call centre monkey. I've been fired from so many jobs that I was walking to school the other day with my eldest daughter, and she looked up at me like a child looking up at a war veteran and just said, "Daddy, tell me a little more about some of the jobs you've been fired from." Oh, young one, there are so many and this walk is so short. Let me tell you about the But that's kind of alright, even that is okay in itself, because like getting fired from everybody and becoming unemployable meant that I had no choice, if I was going to feed my family, than to make my creative stuff work. And there's always a huge amount of luck involved in making a creative thing sort of commercial, and anybody who says it was all down to them is lying. Like, there's a certain amount of luck and a very small amount of ability. But having no choice really helps. There's quote from Conan O'Brien of all people. Someone asked him, like, how do you become successful creatively? And he said, you just get into a position in your life where you have no choice. So you work super hard at it. I think that makes a big difference. When I sort of started rapping, doing the rapping as like a middle class white boy from the countryside, I did struggle a bit because no one really wants that. There is zero demand for a middle-aged white English rapper, particularly in England. There's loads of them, and we're not needed. And for ages, when I'd rap, I'd put on like a bit of a London accent, like I was going to smash it and bash it and kick it, and I'd do like battle rhymes as well. And then people who weren't in sort of my sort of rap circles would be like, "Oh, did you really say those things? You couldn't hit a cat." And all the things that I was really scared of was the idea that I might be found out that I was really sort of middle class and posh sounding and white and old. So I developed a character that is specifically all of those things. It's me at my absolute worst. It's me when I've had a few drinks, the professor character. And it just negates that problem. I don't have to worry about that now because I am definitely looking ridiculous and posh and old and as white could be. And there's a lot more. I get trouble from other rappers sometimes saying, "Well, why are you making it into a gimmick?" But it's a lot more authentic, I think, than if I tried to be like I was from the streets or put on a different accent, which is very common. The amount of English rappers with American accents, it's like the worst thing you can do. It's the worst thing. So yeah, I would say if you've got ambitions with your creative stuff, whatever worries you most about it, try and use that a little bit in your art. It will be different for everybody about how it goes. There's a thing that you do, making book covers, you think, well, I'm really crappy at making the corners, they're always bad. Then focus on doing that for ages and ages until you're kind of satisfied that you're kind of up to scratch. There's a great Patton Oswalt routine, a whole album in fact, and it's my favourite sentence in the world, that your weakness is strong. And I like that, your weaknesses usually become your strengths when you do arty things. I think there's a bit of a misconception sometimes that if you're making art, it should be some kind of struggle and sort of depressing. You've got to plough on 10,000 hours of making this thing. And if it's not fun, you probably shouldn't bother, I reckon. Why are you doing it? Like, I mean, obviously a lot of steampunks here will be in it because of the vast amounts of money in the subculture to get as much cash as we can. That's why I became a steampunk rapper, really, for the vast fortune.
You're the one who's spending, right?
But what was the train of thought? But we all get into those things for different reasons, and I think getting into something just for fun rather than to do it for any particular purpose is success in itself. Like, there's a lot of successful people, but you know what, a bit like Simon Cowell is a very successful man. Doesn't mean he's not a twat. Do you know what I mean? Doesn't mean I want to be him in any way, shape or form. Just doing the thing, you are already a success. If you're writing poetry, even if you write terrible poetry that no one ever sees except you, but you enjoy the process of writing it, you are a tremendous success in terms of becoming an artist. That's literally all you need to worry about. And if you have a thing that you keep to yourself, if you ever do want to get it out into the world, if it's the kind of...
You got a paparazzi.
There's no place sacred, this is my church! Sorry though, but they're walking into the forbidden zone. If you walk into the forbidden zone, a man will definitely tell you off, as I found yesterday. I'm one of them. Oh yeah, so if you've got the kind of art, or if you can just find somebody who does the same sort of stuff as you, like collaborating is the best, nicest way to kind of move on to the next step if that's what you want to do, or just continue burning that enthusiasm for doing your thing. It's the same work, isn't it? You need someone who's on the same level as you. Or just someone to say, look, I've made this thing, and then to have suggestions, and like in the case of me and Tom Caruana, who makes all my music, just having that thing of like, well, we're really enjoying this, so if no one else likes it, it doesn't matter, because this is just our little thing. And as nerds, we're very used to that. Like, all of us nerds have found a thing that's like, well, this is not this enough. You can share it with me, but it's not for them. And I love that. What might seem as a bit isolating from the outside world, I really sort of treasure our little sort of subculture sometimes. It really brings us together. Like, I got really crossed out. My whole career got into fluctuation a couple of years ago when a Tory MP called Michael Gove, who was in charge of school, a horrible man, said in a newspaper interview that he really liked my music. Oh. Even worse, he said he liked Mr. B more than me.
Oh.
So I was my most hated person's second favourite rapper. That's not a good day. And I really, with that, I spent a lot of time sort of mulling that over, and then eventually had a big conversation and got in touch with him, and then subsequently said it a lot on stage, that it's not for him, he's not allowed it. He's not allowed to be involved. The Tories, like in our case, the Tories have taken everything, like, they can't have steampunk as well. That's us. It's alright to be a bit protective of your stuff sometimes. So just to kind of conclude in terms of my talking bits, and then we'll hand it over to questions and stuff. I think it's important to do art just for the sake of doing it. It's important to do it with as many friends as possible. It's important to do it when it's as much fun as possible, because whether it is to make friends or for your mental health or just to get yourself a job where instead of performing in a little pub upstairs in Brighton, you can eventually come to a cowboy town and talk to strangers in a church. I mean, that is as good as it gets. Keep on doing the things that you're doing. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Cheers. Does everybody have any questions about things? I'll sort your problems out.
I don't intend for this question to in any way invalidate anything that you just said. Have you actually punched space?
Well, funny story.
I sense there was a story.
I mean, punch is a very strong word, and I don't want to get in trouble with the Galactic Federation of Space Unicorn Protectionists, which is, of course, the real organisation. But there was an incident, and I'm not proud of what I did. I didn't know you couldn't ride a space unicorn. I didn't even know there were space unicorns. And it turns out there aren't. It was a neighbour's dog, and I was very lucky. And I dropped an ice cream cone, and it had stuck on its forehead. I thought it was a space unicorn, jumped on, wrestled it to the ground, lights came on, neighbours came out shouting, "What are you doing?" Trying to ride the space unicorn, and then the police were called again. So, again. So yeah, that's why I'm not now allowed near dogs. Within 500 yards, which I think is fair. Cheers. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
So, did this go about the way you thought it would? I mean, you changed the topic completely. You think it worked out?
Well, until now, yes. Well, that was nice. That was really good. Now I'm filled with doubt. Because I thought the one yesterday went well, but apparently it didn't. I found out it was far too short.
Good.
Yeah, all kinds of terrible things. Incidentally, I did find out yesterday. I thought I'd had a nice time, but apparently it was too short or too long or something, and people complained. So if you enjoyed this panel, please do tell the organisers. If you didn't enjoy it, tell me, and I'll go and cry under the water.
I like it.
Yes, sir.
What did you teach when you were a teacher?
I taught special needs teenagers, so I taught sort of everything didn't take long. So 16 to 19-year-olds with quite severe special educational needs. And it was my first job as a teacher. And it was quite a rubbish school as well. It was like in the middle of nowhere where they just put all the naughty kids who'd been chucked out of all the special schools. And they just kind of went, "There you go, crack on, we'll see you in September, we'll see you in summer." But it was really creative. It meant that I could make up a syllabus and I realised that they were never going to read and write and do all the traditional stuff, and they were teenagers, so I was like, "Right, let's learn how to be teenagers, let's have a party." It was really good. But doing that, I'm sure you're exactly the same when it comes to, it gives you all these sort of extra skills you weren't ready for, and teaching special needs is exactly the same skills as performing to a crowd of pissed steampunks. Like, that's how you control all the little crowd management things you do.
You're the time the drunk can't read anyway, so...
Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing, like the noise management and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure if I got you on stage tonight, you would probably be kind of alright talking to a large group of people because of all the skills that you've got doing teaching. It's a good job. Do you still like it?
Yes, I do. Even with the craziness that's going on, my purpose is, like, with drama, I also teach language arts.
Nice.
But I teach language arts to gifted students. But teaching the drama is the release.
Yeah.
It's the where, to use your example, where I can use my creativity to have fun even if it's completely rubbish.
And also it's one of the last places in education where you still have proper creativity as well. You can't strip the creativity out of drama. It has to have a certain amount of improvisation and fun. So yeah, it's nice. You need a little bit of that, don't you? You have that real look on your face that all parents have when you say, "So do you enjoy being a parent?" Yeah, I suppose I do.
my release is on the last class when they've been really getting on my nerves. All of a sudden they pull out the chocolate and I let them have all the chocolate they want. I send them home to their parents.
Yeah, you get your revenge in the end. It's nice, isn't it? Yes, sir. Oh, madam, sorry.
Do you have a birthday rap?
What specifically? It's your birthday today.
Oh, he's ready.
This is a set.
So, what is your name?
Cameron.
Cameron. How old are you?
33.
33. That's good. Enjoy these birthdays. Enjoy your 30s, because people. Children here now. People generally still give a fuck about your birthday. After 40, they will not care. Like your 40th is the last really good birthday you have as a grown-up, I reckon. Like no one comes to your 43rd birthday, right? I found out. Quick! Don't lose the moment, Paul. Do you want a song? Let's. What have you had any presents for your birthday?
Coming here.
That's nice. Did someone buy you? Have you come with the crew?
Nope, I just came by myself. I'm from Seattle. So.
Oh, that's so nice. That's yes. And the nice thing about that is it's like you've come to a ready-made party, isn't it? Basically, we're now all here for you, which is lovely. Just arrive and they will come. Okay, so what we're going to do for Cameron's birthday is we're going to celebrate it properly. I'm going to give her a sort of introduction, like Glastonbury Festival, Saturday night, the biggest introduction possible. And when I say her name, you are going to make so much noise that we have complaints from all of the other events going on. And when that reaches its peak, you'll get your birthday wrap. Okay, make sure that's actually working. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to this bit of church. I think I'm marrying you with you, isn't it? This wonderful woman who has travelled from Seattle with the confidence of someone who knows that just by arriving somewhere, everybody around her will immediately want to party with her. This whole Wild West Con has been completely renamed and changed to the birthday party for the very glorious, the absolutely gorgeous Cameron! Deserving. You rock a look that is really working. Your taste in music is so discerning. I asked around, we're all so certain you spend too much time unappreciated. Uncelebrated, I'm glad to see you made it. Birthday, wedding, weekly, and free naked. Or it's just Tuesday, your cake's dedicated all. It's got a cherry on top, I want everything live and ready to rock. Cause I'm always there, I'm your host for the night. You'll never be lonely and I'll see you right. And I never sleep till there's leave on the line. That's right, I'm the Let's jump for joy, let's celebrate, let's cheer! Thanks, Cameron. Anybody else want any songs?
I apologize if you addressed this before we came in, but how long have you been doing this, and how long did you do it before you were able to start monetizing online?
That's a while actually. So I used to rap for ages because it was a really good way for. Rap is a great way for sort of young posh kids to rebel in a manner that is completely safe. So, like so many white boys before me, got into rapping like the early 90s, did lots of rapping just to my cat and my sister, and then it sort of built up, and then I did it in London for a few years and got booed a lot and sort of struggled with how alpha and male the kind of whole battle world is. That could be a bit of a struggle. And then I just did this about 10 years ago. Someone was putting on like a little novelty variety show, and I borrowed a jacket I still never gave back, and bought a Pith helmet, and just did one sort of novelty song. And it was just like, those moments, probably the same for a lot of you, when you put on your steampunk outfit and you go, oh yeah, that's who I'm supposed to be. I'm not my best self, that's great. We kind of sort of found it. So then monetizing it was and that's the luck bit. Like I would have carried on doing it until no one came to watch me. But then the pure luck of steampunk coming along just after I'd started, and YouTube not having their algorithm sorted, so I just ended up on the front page of YouTube for like one day by accident, and that enabled this whole thing to happen. So there's definitely an element of huge chance involved in it. But fingers crossed, I can just keep doing it forever until things let me. So I've got nothing else. Yes.
I'm sure you've received this question many times, but I've never heard your answer for it. So,
okay,
when you started out in rap, were there any particular rappers who inspired you?
Oh, yeah, lots. I was really good. That's the thing. There aren't a lot of nerds who like rap, but because I am a nerd who like rap, inevitably you like all of it. You kind of consume with all the nerdy things we like comics and sci-fi. So I like every conceivable punk part of it, but things like Tribe Called Quest and De La Soul, and actually the Fresh Prince. I started liking it about sort of 1989, and the Fresh Prince was the only rapper at the time who it seemed like was talking about everyday, mundane things. He might be making kind of cheesy pop songs for kids, but I was a kid liking cheesy pop songs, so it was kind of nice. So that was a big inspiration. Just that rap used to be a lot sillier than it is now. Something happened along the way. There used to be like guys with big fake gold noses, and there was a British rapper who just always wore a swimming cap in the 80s. Nobody knew why. I like that. That keeps it a bit interesting. It's fine if people have had hard lives and they need a means to tell it. That's, you know, obviously that's what it's originally there for as well. But it should be about having a bit of a laugh sometimes. But there's still good stuff out there. We were talking about it yesterday. There's lots of good rappers. There's a guy called Disraeli who I really love, and my producer Tom Caravana does. He makes loads of music and just puts it out for free. So if you ever want to try and dig around looking for unusual rap that you won't hate. Actually on my Patreon as well, just to be like a awful self-plugging man. But one of the things I do every month is give people a mixed collection of different songs that they might not have heard. So I put a lot of new rap on there. That's quite fun. Why does your flower say that? So I've got a question for you. I'm sorry, I only just noticed it and I couldn't let it go on. Okay, Riddler. How am I going to solve this particular crime?
Oh, God.
Just out of curiosity.
It's an easy one.
I'm not very clever, help me.
It's in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh, no.
Okay.
There's two missiles that are turned into a whale in a bowl of
Nice, that's really nice. I would never get that.
Oh no, not yet.
It's beautiful.
To their surprise, turned into a massive whale and a pod of flowers. The whale being like, what is this? It's wind. Like, what is this approaching really fast? Bound.
So, what's your question?
How was the transition from being MC Elemental to Professor Elemental? I mean, you kept the elemental name.
Yes.
Like, how was that transition? Like moving away from, as you said, the suburban like posh rapper into this overly like dramatized sort of character. Like how was that transition? Like moving away from that?
Yeah, I think it was good. It was a bit like not to cheapen what other people go through, but I imagine it like a much lighter version of deciding to come out as gay or trans, in that thing of like having a few false starts and having to sort of tell people that this new thing that you were trying out, and then sort of tentatively going out in a persona you felt comfortable in and go, oh yeah, actually this is me, and it's fun. And actually people quite like it. So yeah, I mean, it took a little while, but then of course, as soon as you start doing it in this, you suddenly find your tribe, and that's how nice is that? How nice is it that you can come from Seattle to something like this and know that you'll find loads of cool people, and everyone will be really nice. That's lovely, isn't it? So I think finding your tribe really helps. And steampunk is the nicest tribe, without a doubt.
So, I know you used to be an English teacher, correct?
Yeah, a bit of everything.
So, how does that help you with your rapping? Because I know there's a couple of comedians I know of who basically went into comedy before they even graduated out of high school, and they find themselves actually taking English courses to become better comedians. I was wondering how is that really helped you a lot with that?
Yeah, but like we were saying earlier, it helps a lot with the sort of crowd control side of things, in terms of the actual teaching aspect. In terms of the English, not so much, but I'm sure the same with most creative people. It's all the stuff you consume that you then kind of turn into your own ideas. Like, I'm a great believer that it's all right to nick and borrow and reinterpret and play with other people's ideas, because that's what all artists do. Like, Neil Gaiman's my favourite writer in the whole world. I love Neil Gaiman, but most of his stories are at least partially nicked off something else, aren't they? He's always nicking stuff off people, but he does such a good job of like tarting it up and making it look lovely. It's fine. So I think, I think what the stuff I read influenced me more than the sort of educational side of it. Really. I do rap workshops though sometimes. Yes, you go.
Who would be your top 3 of people that you'd like to work with?
Top 3 of people I'd like to work with. Probably 3 old school rappers, I reckon. That would be one. The little sort of. There's always that thing, isn't there, when you get something that you were into as a kid, that if you could bring that back at 12-year-old, you'd be so excited. So probably Slick Rick, Grand Poobah, and Big Daddy Kane would be my 3 favourite rappers to really get down with. That'd be amazing. But I'm lucky that Brighton's so full of weirdos. The town I live in is just full of absolute lunatics. And it is one of there's a little pocket of rappers who are really odd. And I've got to work with them, and that makes me happy. Like I did a song a couple of years ago, 2 rapper friends of mine, and my mate John said, let's do a song about graveyards. I was like, yeah, that's a great concept, graveyards. And she's like, come around your house, we'll write it. It's like, no, we're going to meet in the graveyard around the back of my house at midnight. Do we have to do that? I mean, I can imagine a graveyard and write down what I think about it. I'm like, no, you've got to break in. So we have to break in. Massive graveyard, sitting there scribbling in the moonlight. But that was lovely. I would never have done that on photo. So yeah, collaboration is the key, as long as you don't get arrested. Yes,
Sorry again.
No,
you gonna do anything more with the Gaslight Troubadours?
Yeah, definitely.
That was a really good idea.
Oh man, I did a song on their new album, which is really, really good fun. And they just, the Gaslight Troubadours are a steampunk band who do kind of like, sort of like electro swing, but not shit. Like electro swing. Like a little bit darker, a little bit sort of earthier. And a friend of mine sings with them as well. And she's like, you know, the women who are just so powerful, you're just like in awe of. She like comes and strides on stage, and is amazing. So yeah, I'm definitely going to do stuff with them. Actually, you should get them for this event because they're really good. Check them out. Gaslight Troubadours, they're lovely. Yes, sir.
What kind of things do you avoid in order to protect your creativity every Monday?
Work, that's the main one.
Lots of
My children. Because that's the worst thing, isn't it? If you work hard, and that's what I notice with Americans generally, you all work really hard, like much harder than I could never dream, and I sort of admire it and sort of wonder at it at the same time. But if you're feeding a family and you've got a proper job and you just have to pay the rent, getting home after doing whatever you're doing and then going, no, I should paint a picture. It's not on the cards, is it? You're absolutely shattered. So work is really like the enemy of creative stuff. And I did, when I was not sure how to get the balance right, if you're starting to make some money out of your creative thing, it's worth making the jump and going, right, let's see if I can do it just purely with creativity, because that time and not having work as a pressure is lovely. And there's always, I used to worry like, oh, what will I do if I fail? You just go back to another shit job that you hated. There's loads of them. There's loads of them. You just go back to another one. So it's always, there's not really any risk involved. It's worth doing. That seems very nice, doesn't it? Oh, no, isn't it?
Well, I was wondering if you'd ever thought about putting together something as ambitious as, like a steampunk Hamilton.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a similar-ish thing. The next album is going to be a huge sort of superhero epic, and I'm going to try and get all of the other steampunk bands to have big cameos in there, and try and at least do that kind of thing recorded. But the problem with doing it as a stage show, wonderful as it would be, is at the level that I'm operating on, the expense and the organisation would mean you'd need to spend all of your time doing it. And I've got no financial backing as well, so the difference between turning up and going, hey, I'm doing a show, see you later, bye, take your money, go. Like, that's a lot easier than putting on an enormous musical. So I like the idea of everything to get to. Yes?
What do your kids think of your profession?
It's worse than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I think there's moments where they're sort of secretly proud, like when I've done voices for like Disney cartoons and stuff, they like that. But they generally really, really embarrassed. Like the most embarrassing dads. Like all kids are embarrassed by their dad, but not like me. I came in, they had a thing where they said, oh, will you come and talk to the kids about what it is you do for a living in the assembly? And I said, oh, I'd love to. And I came in with a professor outfit. And I sat in the staff room and I just heard this doom on the window. Doof, doom. And it was the window to the playground. And my 7-year-old had got all of her friends to write post-it notes saying things like, Alice's dad, do not do a rap. You are embarrassing. I thought you'd be proud. But that's being a parent, isn't it? The moment you become a parent, you are no longer cool ever again. And that you just embrace that, I think. Like, I was a good dancer. I know I was a good dancer until I became a dad. And now I just dance. I dance like every dad in the world. I don't know how it happened. Anyway, it's not. I enjoy it. Lovely, that seems nice. I'm going to finish on a tune if we've got time. One last little tune. Because it seems. Oh, I've got loads of time. Shit. Lock the doors, man. We can't have this situation again. We can do the merch thing. That will be fine.
There's still seats in here, guys, if you want to come in.
Yeah.
Let me know, do a song for you. It's going to be really quick. Come in for like a 3-minute song and then leave. Get down there. So just to finish things off, you probably won't be able to hear the music very much, but this is song that I wrote as Elemental rather than as Professor Elemental. I do still do stuff like that sometimes with another rapper called Dr. Syntax, and it's called Make Good Art, my advice to all artists. Apologies for legal being Don't worry about the outcome. If someone's ever better or you'll ever be outdone, someone is. So it doesn't matter, and I never ever wonder if there's other better rappers. So many fears knock in to get in. Say hello and then pop them in the bin. Now sit down, you've got work to do. Who's gonna get this done if not you? Let's get scribbling, doodling, writing, removing, fiddling, giggling, improving. Open your head like a cane with a lid. Unleash imagination, your brain's so big. Ideas fly like flocks of birds. Colourful explosions of possible words. Use what you want, then set them free. And be the best you that you could ever be. So, what's my driving for? What I'm living, what I'm breathing and surviving for? I've got to make that art and make it good. See, my outlook is that, and that's the way it should be. Put your hands up, put your hands up, get your hands up. I've got to make that art and make it good. See, my outlook is that, and that's the way it should be. Finally, a word on biting. MCs pretend that we don't when writing. That's all nonsense, of course we do. All artists do it, and so should you. This idea is what Mr. Gaiman gave me. This flows from what a million MCs made me. That's all fine, because I made it my own, and I made it for you, so take the throne. Use what you want, disregard the rest. Creating a thing is a starting step. Collaboration, not competitive sport. And don't let them tell you can never be taught. You just practice self-belief. A little validation and well, let's see. It's something wonderful just to have fun with it. Pick up the pen and then run with it. Come get it. Put your hands up. Get your hands in the sky. Put your hands up. I've got to make that art and make it good. See, my outlook is that, and that's the way it should be. Keep your hands up. In this funny little track, keep your hands up. I've got to make that art and make it good. See, my outlook is that, and that's the way it should be. Thank you. So if you want any items with my face on, they're over here.
Yes, please.
Tea towels and CDs and all kinds of crazy stuff. And thank you very much for coming. It's been a pleasure.
Hi guys! If you're a fan of reading like I am, and you've been looking to try out audible.com for audiobooks, we have a link for a free 30-day trial. So go ahead and check out audibletrial.com/Creative Plan Podcast Network. That's Audible, audibletrial.com/Creative Plan Podcast Network. Thanks!
Thank you for listening to the Creative Play and Podcast Network. And feel free to enjoy our other shows, such as D&D Journey of the 5th Edition, and Scion Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion hero to Ragnarok story. Thank you for listening.